Hey everyone, I'm Mind and this is set number 71703, the Stormfighter battle from the upcoming Summer 2020 wave of Ninjago. This set contains 165 pieces and will retail for $29.99 in the US. As always, before we get started, if you enjoy these reviews, please press like and subscribe if you're new. This is the last of the Ninjago reviews, but there's going to be other content coming. I'm going to make a video putting all the sets together, showing what that looks like. I'm going to make a video showing you guys how to play the board game. I'm going to make a video recommending what sets I think you should buy if you're interested in buying some of the Summer 2020 sets. All kinds of stuff, so stay tuned for that. Now, this is the only set of the Summer 2020 wave of Ninjago that is a 4+ set. If you don't know what 4+ is, they're builds specifically targeted towards younger kids. So it uses a lot of bigger pieces and the builds are less complicated so that younger kids can still have normal-sized Lego. They don't have to play with Duplo, but it's a little bit easier to build for them. It's not like a full-size set because full-size LEGO sets can be a bit complicated sometimes. This is my first time getting a 4+ set in this scale. I did get Cole's speeder car from Prime Empire earlier this year, but that was very tiny. That was the size of just this build. And obviously we've got this entire set right here, so it was very interesting to build my first 4+ set. There's 3 different sections of this build, and it's really interesting how they did it, because it actually comes with 3 different instruction booklets. There's an instruction booklet for the Stormfighter, for this little Monastery sort of build, and for the snake vehicle. I found that odd. I don't know. That's not something you see in a normal full-size set, so it's bizarre to me. But let's take a step back and let's look at these one by one, shall we? So we'll start with the part of the set that the title is based on, the Stormfighter itself. This is our 3rd Stormfighter ever. We have the original, we have the Legacy one, and now this is a Legacy 4+ one. This entire base piece is one huge piece, and that's very odd to me. And then you've got the cockpit that opens up here. You can put the figure in, take them out. And then other than that, it's very simple. It's only made using a few parts. So you got a little bit of... It's got this orange cone here out the back that I guess represent fire blasting the plane through the air. These are printed pieces, which is really cool. I don't think 4+ sets ever use stickers. So seeing such a big print like this is very cool because you never get that in a regular set. And this actually does have a transformation feature like the other ones. Admittedly, it's not as good as the other ones, but you can open these wings up to have them extend out like this for the Stormfighter's transformation. You can actually have them go all the way back if you really wanted to do that, but that doesn't look great, and I don't think that's the intended purpose. But I think that's cool how they did it. For a 4+ set, right, it's cool they include a transformation feature at all, and I think they accomplished it well. So this is decent for a 4+ set in my book. Next, we have Lasha's vehicle here, and I cannot believe this is our first Legacy snake vehicle. I love the snake vehicles. I've been wanting one in Legacy, and now we finally have one in the form of a side build in a 4+ set. It's got this new, spring-loaded shooter right here, which I've never seen before. I don't know if that's new for this wave or if that's existed before, but I've never had one. It uses this red button in the back. It's the same button design as the light bricks, and if you push it, it shoots the bullet out, and this is like the old spring-loaded shooters, the bigger ones that I think were used in Bionicle and stuff, and in other sets, but I mainly remember them from Bionicle. And I don't know, that's just really interesting to see. I don't know if this is specifically a 4+ feature, or if it's going to come in normal-size sets too, but that's really cool to see. It actually shoots with a lot of force too, which I'm surprised with. I'd think they'd try to keep powerful shooting things out of 4+ sets just because kids can shoot their eyes out or something, but that's a bit odd to me. Got a little printed console right here. This piece is printed. I love this piece, this printed snake face right there. I would love a full-size snake vehicle. But for what this is, it's fine. It's very blocky, but that's purposeful. Yeah, not a ton to say here. You've got this tail in the back, hinge up and down, and then like that. It's decent. It's decent for a 4+ set. What else do you want me to say? And then finally, we have this building right here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the Monastery or the Fire Temple or just another generic building. It's got the sort of fire out front right here, so that's cool to get in a 4+ set. If you turn it around, you've got this little jail cell right here. You can open it. It's got a cone piece as the doorknob because they don't like to include studs in these sets because I guess studs are too tiny of a piece. So you can open up the door and put the snake in there. Close him in there and he can be in jail. I think I would have really loved that as a kid, just putting a minifigure in jail. That's cute. I think that's a fun feature. There's also this crate right here, which if you open it up, Has 2 golden shurikens inside. The box art shows Kai using them, even though they're very much a Zane weapon, but that's just me. I don't think the target audience for this set will care too much, but that's where that goes. This whole red area back here is one piece, which is really strange to me, because as I said, they like to use big pieces. So like this main part of this build is all one piece. These are like door inserts like you would have on regular LEGO doors, but the red outline is all one piece, and that's very interesting. Got 2 flags here. A minifigure stand in red right here. I've never gotten one of those in that color before, so I think that's cool to get. You also have this printed dragon up here. I love that tile. That's really cool. I'd like to see that used outside of 4+, because I think that'd be a really cool piece to get. And I think that about does it for the builds in this set, so let's move on to the minifigures. So in terms of minifigures here, we have Legacy Kai, Legacy Jay, and Legacy Lasha. I think this minifigure selection is really boring. Now that's the collector in me, right? I know they're not going to put a bunch of exclusive figures in a 4+ set, and I wouldn't want them to, because if LEGO didn't ship this to me, there is no way I personally would be picking up this set. But even like for kids, I think this could be better. Jay and Lasha are good. I think that's a good choice, right? You give him a snake, you give him a bad guy to fight against. And Jay, it's his vehicle in the set. He kind of needs to come in it. But Kai is just such a terrible choice. Number one, he's already the most common ninja of the Legacy 1 ninja, like by far. He comes in so many sets. I think I have like 6 or 7 of this figure now, and I don't even have every set he comes in. But then also, you got to keep in mind, he came in a 4+ set earlier this year. So if you're a younger kid who's exclusively collecting 4+ sets, you already have a Kai. And earlier this year, there was 2 4+ sets. One came with Kai and one came with Cole. This set comes with Jay, so this would have been an excellent opportunity to include Zane, so you have the original 4, or even Nia or Lloyd. But no, instead they chose to give us another Kai. So now if you're like a younger kid collecting exclusively 4+ sets, you'll have 2 Kais and no Zane or Lloyd or Nia, and it's just a really lame choice to me. And I know this set comes with like the Sword of Fire, but other than that, no part of this set like requires it to be Kai. They could have easily just used the shurikens in this set and given them to Zane. Like, it's just really lame to me. Kai's got this really long chain weapon right here, like it uses the full-length chain. I've never seen that used as a weapon before, and I find that really funny, but maybe it's to like wrap up the enemies, right? I know I used to like to do that as a kid, so it's a fun piece, and he's got the Sword of Fire as well if you want a more conventional weapon. Lasha's got the weapon he comes with in every set, except it doesn't have a stud right here. Usually it has a stud in between these 2 pieces, but these sets don't come with studs, so he just gets a tooth on a handle. There's those minifigures with their accessories removed, and there's their alternate face prints and torsos in the back. So overall, I don't know if I'm the best person to give a opinion on this set, because I don't know what it's like to be 4 years old and want a Ninjago set. But as an older collector, this set is not really good for me. I like finally getting a snake vehicle, but I already have a Stormfighter, and the temple thing in this set isn't that great. I like the jail cell. That's something that like I know as a kid I would have loved to play with. But other than that, I don't know. The value is also terrible. It's 165 pieces for $30. Now, admittedly, there's some very large pieces in this set, but even with that considered, it still feels like it could have been cheaper. Minifigure selection isn't great. It could be better, but just Kai is such a lame choice over something like Zane or Lloyd. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me, but I'm not the target demographic here, so those are just my thoughts. You can't let me know what you think in the comments below, because I'll be uploading this as a YouTube Kids video because it's a 4+ set. But please like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll be producing videos every single day, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.